Fighting is life. Are you a person who gives up, or are you a person who's gonna fight?
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide.
I really believe I can knock out anyone in the world. I'm a knockout guy.
These guys can say what they want. I'm the real deal. As far as #1 contenders, I put in a lot more work than everybody in the top 10 in the UFC.
I am the #1 contender right now. I'm gonna hit him hard. I'm gonna shut his mouth.
People question if you still have it. This fight is one step to getting back to where I was at. The opportunity to show that I'm still one of the best heavyweights in the world.
My thing is, I want to win. I want to knock him out in the first 30 seconds.
I'm trying to get to the title shot. I'm going to get the W no matter what.
I'm better than him. I'm better than anyone in my division. I'm gonna beat him and get my title shot again.
On December 13th, the Octagon will rise in Phoenix, Arizona, for a blockbuster UFC fight night on Fox. In a spectacular 5-round main event with major title implications, Junior Dos Santos,
big right hand!
One of the greatest UFC heavyweights of all time, looks to once again wield his staggering one-punch knockout power against Stipe Miocic, a surging contender with devastating skill.
Good combination by Stipe. Oh!
Who has harnessed Division I caliber wrestling and potent finishing instincts to seize victory in 12 of his 13 professional fights. The co-main event features the much-anticipated return of standout boxer and world-class submission artist, Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz, so confident.
To take on top Brazilian contender, Rafael dos Anjos, winner of 7 of his last 8, including back-to-back impressive knockouts.
Hey! Dos Anjos!
And in the third exceptional matchup, massive 6'4" Alistair Overeem.
Oh, big shot!
Whose menacing power made him into one of the most legendary heavyweights of his generation.
One of the most dangerous men on the planet.
Squares off with nearly 7-foot-tall Stefan the Skyscraper Struve, who has leveraged his immense height for some of the most impressive finishes in UFC history. For each man, the road to glory inside the UFC Octagon begins with the grueling, lonely work of training camp. In the rural woods of the Buckeye State trains one of the UFC's most thrilling rising contenders, Croatian-American Stipe Miocic.
I'm trying to get to the title shot. That's what I signed up for. I'll fight whoever, you know. I said JDS, I said okay.
With a 13-1 record, Miocic will arrive in Arizona carrying 3 straight victories.
Stipe is going off here!
Paving his way with dominant showings against rival contenders.
Oh, I got rocked!
Including the latest show-stopping 35-second TKO in Sao Paulo, Brazil, against hometown hero Fabio Maldonado.
And he's got it! Stipe Miocic!
Now, Miocic turns his attention to the biggest challenge to date, in former UFC heavyweight champion Junior Dos Santos, and the opportunity to step even closer to a title shot.
I think, I've gotten definitely more mature in the last year or two. Any fight, it doesn't matter. Like I said, every fight's the biggest fight you have. You know, because you don't want to lose, you know, so you got to go out there, you got to do what you got to do to win. I feel like I'm coming in my stride, and I'm just ready. It's my time. I tell you that every time, it's always my time.
That's it, get a nice combination on that break, and then leave it at an angle and leave low. That's it, get a little damage done. Chop with the free hand, knees, everything. Nice, nice, work to it. Punch on that break, baby, punch on that break. Halfway done, 230.
Stipe's evolved, not in one particular way. I think he's grown in all facets of the game.
Deep enough for you, long enough for you. No return from him.
People see a lot of Stipe stand up and striking because that's where everything starts. You know, with 2 feet on the ground, you know, walking out to the middle and fighting. But his whole game's awesome.
Get a combination off, get a combination off. Good.
So I think he's always had the physical skills. Now He really believes in himself, and he's really ready.
15 seconds. Finish strong. Finish like you need it. Let's go.
Like knockout
behind your hands. Come on.
Just like a knockout in the bag. Gotta have
keep working. Keep
too,
working. Keep your hands free.
Oh, keep going.
Time. Good work.
Your neck again. I think what makes a good fighter is someone that inside or outside the cage. You know, someone that works hard and, you know, takes their talent, even though they're good at something, and makes it even better and works hard at it. That's why I love the city of Cleveland, you know. We're all blue collar, man. Everyone works hard. We take pride in what we do. It does get cold and stuff, and it does suck, but I have automatic start on my car, so it's okay.
Full-time mixed martial artist, part-time fireman. For Miocic, there will always be room for both.
Of course, fighting's first, you know. I mean, that's what I do. It's what pays my bills, you know. But 6-7 years now, and I love every day. Every day I go to work there. Like, dude, we were messing people up. That's what they said the same thing I said. They both are intense situations. They both are intense. Both, yes, still gotta be calm and cool and collected with the whole situation. Saving people, helping people, it's just something I always wanted to do. When I become champion, you know, I would never stop being a firefighter.
The early morning hours in one of the world's most famous cities signals a new day for one of the world's most feared fighters.
I grew up in Caçador, Santa Catarina. It's a small city. When I decided to move up from Salvador to another city, it was because I couldn't see a good future for me there. This whole time I'm here in Rio, I was training. I had amazing things happening to me, amazing opportunities, and then I had my chance to fight in the UFC. And after 7 years, I became champion of the world.
With unrivaled tenacity and his unique brand of precision power punching, Junior Dos Santos' remarkable UFC ascent began with a devastating knockout of fellow Brazilian Fabricio Verdun in 2008.
It's an uppercut. Oh!
And continued with 7 straight victories to seize heavyweight gold from Cain Velasquez.
It is all over!
The Brazilian striker then successfully defended his title against Frank Mir, before 2 hard-fought title bouts against Cain Velasquez cost him both the belt and his status as #1 contender. A status he is determined to regain.
When I lost my fights, my last fights, was a little bit confused. Everything was happening. Maybe it was too much. To be the champion, it's simply amazing. The #1 of the world.
Junior Dos Santos is the new UFC heavyweight champion of the world.
I want to have everything I was having when I was champion. I'm gonna have to work a lot to reach the position of the champion again. That's what I want, and I really believe I can achieve that. I can get there.
For Dos Santos, getting back to the top means training at Brazil's most famous gym, under the guidance of one of the country's most legendary coaches.
Right now, my old training camp is coordinated by André Pederneiras.
Quando o Cigano me procurou, ele estava querendo mudar para o Rio, porque aqui tem mais facilidade de ter mais treinos para ele, né? Mas a gente consegue ver um outro método de treinamento que ele não fazia e que isso pode acrescentar no treinamento dele, e eu acho que isso pode fazer diferença.
I'm getting more confident because I feel like he believes I can win. He believes I can be champion again. When I feel people believe in me, I want to prove them. I want to show them they are not wrong.
Training alongside Dos Santos is his friend, the reigning UFC featherweight champion, Jose Aldo. A fellow superstar in Brazil, Aldo is revered for his extraordinary winning streak, dating back to 2006, a win streak that he recently extended by defending the UFC belt in Rio, just miles away from the gym.
Here I have good partners of training, you know, and I can see champions like Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo is simply an amazing fighter. It's a whole model for me. It's gonna be a different way to see the fight, a better strategy, not just trying to knock people out, but trying to win the fight. Of course, I wanna work all the time to have good results as him. It's a new moment in my career, and I hope to have good things from that.
I'm the real deal. As far as #1 contenders, you want to make sure I can let everybody know that.
I am a truck downhill with no brake. Nobody can stop me.
I've evolved. I want to knock him out in the first 30 seconds.
I'm still one of the best in the world. I'm looking to finish this fight in the first round.
In preparation for their upcoming 5-round main event showcase on Fox, Junior Dos Santos and Stipe Miocic both touched down in Arizona's capital for a media blitz. A blitz that brings the top contenders face to face.
To do the media day with the opponent is not that good. You want to beat him, he wants to beat you.
This is exciting. On December 13th, UFC holding a big fight at US Airways Center right here.
Can you show me a couple of moves?
The uppercut comes from the bottom to
You come inside left kick, or your jab.
For the legs! Oh my God!
You two are standing within a foot of each other, and on December 13th, you two will be toe-to-toe, slugging it out.
The day of the fight, I'm gonna prove everybody I'm better than him. I'm better than anyone in my division.
It's ready for a war. You know, we both like to throw, we both like to hit hard, and I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight. A lot of fireworks gonna happen that night.
Prediction, Junior.
Junior by knockout.
By knockout. give me what time? When?
Second round. Somebody's gonna get knocked out.
Somebody's gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, for sure.
Stipe, he says you're going down in the second round. He's got no doubt in his mind. What do you think?
Oh, gonna get that win no matter what. If it's 5 rounds, knockout, decision.
You don't care.
I don't care.
You just want the W.
Yep.
Miocic's quest for a title is one that everyone in Cleveland can relate to, including the resurgent Cleveland Browns. At the invitation of Browns head coach Mike Pettin, Miocic drops by their nearby training facility.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, man? You too, man. Yeah. I got you on my fantasy team, by the way. You're doing great. Just throwing out there.
The team's ranks are strong with UFC fans, including quarterback Brian Hoyer.
Brian, nice to meet you. How you doing?
And defensive end Billy Wynn.
Dude, this guy's got a spiral. That's a funny thing. UFC phenom, you can also throw a tight spiral. Hey, whole career out of this.
Here we go. Oh, here it is. I got this. There it is. All day. Good luck Sunday.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
While the hard weeks of training camps have given way to harsher weather, nothing will slow down the championship hunger of Miocic.
Matchup between me and JDS is, I think, it's a great matchup. It's ready for a war. We both like to throw. We both like to hit hard. And I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight. A lot of fireworks gonna happen that night.
10 seconds! Don't stop! Find it!
A lot of people still don't know who I am, which is fine. I don't care. I like to be under the radar. I've gotten better every fight tremendously. I'm gonna come in December 13th and be an animal. I'm not gonna give any. I'm ready for a war.
You can expect to see a Stipe that is bigger, stronger, faster, more explosive than he's ever been before, and ready for victory.
I'm gonna have my hand raised by the end of the night. I don't care how it happens. If it's a knockout, decision, submission, I don't care. I'm gonna beat him every aspect of the game. He doesn't know what hit him. When I win this fight, I'm gonna fight for a title. He's ready. It's my time.
Over 5,000 miles to the south, the former heavyweight champ incorporates a test against nature as part of his conditioning program.
Bora que já começou, negada. Vai!
The waterfall training is a very tough training, you know, it's the middle of the woods. Sometimes we pummling and then start running. We have to run as fast as we can going up, and then we stop again and pummeling again.
Tempo, esgrima, foi?
To achieve the waterfall is very hard. Normally, we get there exhausted, feeling like, I can't move anymore. It's one of the hardest training we have here.
While Dos Santos' conditioning outside readies him for a full 5 rounds, much of the powerful striker's indoor training focuses on ending the night much sooner.
Well, everybody knows my main weapon is my boxing skills. I'm a knockout guy. I'm feeling very well for this fight against Miocic. Coming from good victories, he's coming from a good career. And I think this fight against Miocic is gonna bring me another great opportunity.
Direita alta. Vai!
Miocic can't expect less than 100% of me in that fight. I really believe I have in my mind I can knock out anyone in the world. Doesn't matter who you are. Two heavyweights, changing punches. For sure somebody's gonna get knocked out. I'm gonna beat him and get my title shot again.
Hailing from one of California's toughest cities, it has been a year since Nate Diaz last graced the Octagon. But that hasn't changed his attitude.
There's a lot of new guys coming in saying that they're the #1 guy, they beat one guy and all of a sudden they deserve all these things, but I don't believe that. I'm the one who's been here doing all the work.
In his last fight, Nate Diaz once again showcased his extraordinary talents by knocking out a longtime rival in the first round.
Nate Diaz has done it! What a capstone he puts on the trilogy here tonight!
Just the latest finish for one of the UFC's most prolific submission artists.
This may be the best Nate Diaz we've seen.
And the former top lightweight makes no bones that now that he is returning to action, he expects to be considered a contender.
I think I'm probably the most experienced, best fighter probably in the UFC. These guys can say what they want. I'm the real deal. I put in a lot more work than everybody in the top 10 in the UFC.
Along with his older brother Nick, Nate Diaz is considered one of the UFC's most skilled boxers.
I train both Nick and Nate, and I train them the same way, my style. And then that's what comes out of them. He throws a lot of combinations, he moves, he makes me miss punches. He could take a boxing match right now if he wanted to, you know, the top guys, because that's how good he is.
I got the better boxing technique than Dos Anjos, but this is mixed martial arts, so we're gonna have to see what happens.
While Nate Diaz is one of the most successful mixed martial artists to ever come out of Stockton, the brotherhood is far-reaching. For here, fighting is a way of life.
Every kid out here, his dad was throwing boxing gloves on them when they're little kids in the yard. Can I get the noodle soup? Yeah. Can I get vegetarian?
Vegetarian.
I've been eating organic vegan since I was about 18 years old. We all got the same objectives. We're all trying to fight and be healthy, and we're all competing, most of us here.
I could not hang out with these guys every day, but I would go and back them up across the world.
Everybody catches on, and it's weird because everybody starts eating the same and does the same thing, competes the same way, trains the same way, and fights the same way too. So it's good that everybody pays attention to what we do.
I think Nathan's gonna hit that guy in the face a bunch, and he's gonna get a little spooked.
Scratch that. Let's just watch the fight and see what happens, all right? Don't worry about that.
300 miles to the south, and a stone's throw from the mighty Pacific, resides Diaz's foe, a Brazilian fighter in the midst of a remarkable ascent. With 8 submission wins to his credit, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt Rafael dos Anjos has long been known as a gifted grappler. But over the past year, the southpaw's stand-up has proven even more potent.
Wow!
Which he demonstrated by becoming the first fighter to ever stop former champion Benson Henderson with strikes.
Oh! Down goes Henderson!
As Dos Anjos closes in on his long-awaited shot at UFC gold, he does so with the full support of his wife, who he met through their mutual love of MMA.
Mas sim, qual a sua programação hoje? Você vai pra onde? Kings? Kings. E a forma como eu e o Rafael nos conhecemos foi até uma diferente, né?
I was fighting an MMA show in Brazil. She was working at the show, and then she came to call my name, but she called me as Rafael dos Santos, like Junior dos Santos.
Lutadores, e eu comecei a chamar Rafael dos Santos.
Then I come really close to her and say, no, it's not dos Santos, it's dos Anjos.
E foi amor à primeira vista.
Since I made her, everything on my life started getting better. The main reason that I fight is for my family. All my motivation comes from them. Nossa, já vai olhando como eu tô fazendo aqui, que você tem que aprender, tá?
Tá.
I wanna give my kids as much opportunity that I can. I wanna them to choose which way they wanna follow. And if they wanna be fighters, I wanna support them. I'm gonna support them wherever they choose.
É muito cedo ainda pra gente falar, né? Mas se você perguntar pra ele o que você quer ser quando crescer, ele fala que é cop, policial, né? E lutador do UFC.
The thing that I always say to them is, do your best.
For the elder Dos Anjos, doing his best had him in the midst of a 3-fight win streak in 2010. But when he faced off with tenacious UFC stalwart Clay Guida, an unfortunate injury almost derailed his career.
Clay Guida fight, I thought my career was gone after that because I broke my jaw. It happened on the first minute of first round, man. I kept fighting until the third round. His corner said, put your shoulder pressure on his jaw. And he did. That was the worst pain I felt in my whole life.
Rafael teve uma fratura grave, uma fratura complexa de mandíbula.
It was really hard, you know, emotionally. If I can't get punched on the face anymore, how can I fight? Many times I thought about quit, I thought about retired. He put like extra screws and titanium plates on my jaw.
Numa tomografia computadorizada, você vai ver 4 placas de titânio, mandíbula de titânio.
Never gonna broke again, man. I have an extra armor here. My goal is to be better every time. Nate Diaz is a tough opponent, but I feel like I am a truck downhill with no brake, you know. Nobody can stop me. I'm gonna get my belt. I'm gonna prove everyone who does not believe me that I can do it.
While Rafael Dos Anjos now lives in California, the rising Brazilian contender opts to spend part of his training camp split between the Golden State and the city that forged him into the fighter that he is today.
The place that I grew up is a really poor place in Brazil, Niterói. I was a trouble kid. The first time in my life I stepped on the gym, I was 9 years old.
Ele não faltava de forma alguma, ainda quando ele estava com alguma debilidade, alguma...
Once I started on jiu-jitsu training, I didn't like fight anymore on the street. I control myself more once I start training.
Sempre que você começava a anunciar a próxima etapa da aula, ele estava ali para te ajudar.
Many times a lot of friends say, I still gonna see you on UFC champion. And sometimes you listen that, but you not even believe in that, no?
Que em casos excepcionais assim como o do Rafael, a gente fala que ele já nasceu faixa preta, né?
But now I see that my hard work is paying off. I am the #1 contender right now. This fight is mine.
As fight night nears, Dos Anjos returns to his adopted home, a home that he believes has helped take him to the next level.
I had a good life when I left Brazil, but I see that if I wanna reach my goals, if I wanna be a UFC champion, I gotta move to USA. I know that right now I have a focus on my dream. It's a dream becoming true.
In addition to Rafael Dos Anjos, one of the UFC's most imposing fighters trains at King's MMA in the form of Fabricio Verdun, who recently seized the UFC's interim heavyweight belt with a decisive second-round knockout of Mark Hunt in Mexico City. And on this day, the champ drops by unannounced to inspire Dos Anjos.
I'll have it. Looking forward to get mine.
After this mount stuff.
Fabrice was a big inspiration for me. Kings MMA, two champions pretty soon. Heavyweight champion, lightweight champion. So I'm really looking forward to get mine. I think I have more weapons than Nate. I've been improving a lot.
Rafa has more skills. Rafa is a more complete fighter. Rafa has kicks, good knees, good elbows, good boxing, good power.
I'm not gonna play his game. I'm not gonna get mad with him. I'm not gonna lose my mind. I'm more explosive than him. I'm faster.
We know we have skills to beat this guy. Rafa can knock him out for sure. 155 division, Rafa is the most complete fighter.
I'm gonna be the best Rafael dos Anjos ever, you know. I hope he's gonna be the best Nate Diaz ever. I'm gonna hit him hard. I'm gonna shut his mouth.
It will take more than mere words to intimidate Nate Diaz. Born and raised in Stockton, Nate Diaz is just 20 months younger than his brother Nick, who is both undisputedly one of the UFC's most intimidating presences and one of the sport's most legendary fighters.
My brother he got me started in martial arts training, and he's the coach, the leader, my brother, my partner, my training partner. I like to impress him in any way they can, or do well for him the way he does well for me, and impresses me every time. So that's probably my biggest influence. Whatever happens to the other guy, his objective is to hurt me, you know. So my objective is to take him out and don't get taken out, you know. I got family to feed, I got people to, you know, I got a house to pay for. I got stuff I need to do, you know. My mom is still working a job. She's 50-some years old, 60 years old. I need to get my mom out of work, and you know, I want to make good for myself and make good for my people, and make sure everyone around me is happy. This is the guy you gotta beat to get the title, because he's ready for a title shot, so that's what I'm after. Dos Anjos is a tough guy, he hits hard. He's got a strong background, but I got a lot of confidence in what I got. Even at my age, I think I'm getting better. You know, I got good training partners around me. Me and Dos Anjos, that's the fight you gotta see. We're both going in there and try to finish each other. I'm gonna go in there and fight and do what I gotta do. That's my plan.
I can't wait till it's fight day. My thing is, I want to win. I'm a winner. I'm a mean mother.
I've visualized the fight many, many times. Every single time it goes down with me knocking him out.
An ocean away from his native Holland, trains one of the world's most imposing heavyweights. A heavyweight who is determined to regain his status as one of the world's most dominant fighters.
Fighting is life. Are you a person who gives up, or are you a person who's gonna fight? If you're not willing to lose, don't play the game. I've had to overcome a lot of obstacles, but the thing is, that's life. In life, you're gonna have periods that everything is going for you, and you're gonna have some periods that you need to work on it. I know myself. I've had setbacks before. I fight through them. There's always going to be critical people. They have all the right to be critical. It's my right to not give a damn. You keep your back straight, chin on your chest, and you do the best you can.
From November 2007 to December 2011, Alistair Overeem did not lose a single MMA fight. dispatching 11 opponents with his world-class kickboxing and staggering power, including impressive wins over Fabricio Verdum and Brock Lesnar.
Another vicious knee to the body.
However, since his fight with Lesnar, he has only tasted victory inside the Octagon one more time, which has made Overeem more determined than ever to prove he is still the same fighter who has long struck fear into the heart of his opponents.
Motivation comes from inside. I have motivation to move to America. I have motivation to come to the gym every day to train. There's always been dedication and there's always been desire. You need to do something that you like so that it doesn't feel like you're working. I've always been a training animal. Actually, I train too much. I need actually somebody to slow me down. I feel more focused and better prepared. I've evolved. It's just very positive and it's all focused on learning, getting better. In 2011, after I won the 3 belts, K1 Dream and Strikeforce, I consciously made the decision I'm going to move to the States. I fell in love with Miami. Great city, but it was not love at first sight, definitely not. With my decision leaving, I took responsibility because it is in the end my career and I have to make the best out of it. And that actually came with me finding out that I would never reach my maximum potential.
For the fighter known as the Demolition Man, making the best out of his potential meant starting new routines at a new gym.
You make a decision and you think that's the right thing, and it turns out it's not the right thing. When you stagnate, that's already not good. In this sport, you need to keep going up. You need to improve.
To train a guy like him, like he's been in the game like for 20 years, 15, 20 years, it's not easy. Because he knows a lot, but when he fights, he doesn't see himself. Yes. I train him where he needs to train. I don't train where he want to train. You gotta go with the hook, okay? Block again. Yes. Beautiful, yeah. Nice. Yes.
My thing is I want to win. I'm a winner. Why don't you win? Is that because you don't have heart? Is that because you didn't put the effort in? No, that's not it. I know I put the effort in and the energy and I know I did my best. That's also why I go to bed with a clear conscience. I sleep great. I know I do my best.
I forgot this one.
Across the Atlantic, and just outside Holland's famous capital, resides the tallest fighter in the UFC, who also possesses the heavyweight division's longest reach. Stefan Struve's natural gifts have allowed the nearly 7-foot-tall skyscraper to both tap out
long limbs of Stefan Struve
and knock out opponents in spectacular fashion.
Stefan Struve with the victory!
From October 2011 to September 2012, Struve reeled off a dominant 4-fight win streak, all by the way of finish, before a heart condition derailed the promising contender. Now healthy, the towering Dutchman looks to once again make another run at the UFC heavyweight title.
You've been out for that long. People question if you still have it. If you still are able to put down the performances I put down in the past.
And go! Kom maar, go, 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 go. Kom, probeer aan te zetten halverwege die bergsteef. Halverwege, waar hij staat, even aanzetten.
Luckily, Dana White had my back and told me, just deal with it. Come back at this and take another look at where you're at in a little bit.
Even gaan.
Stefan is zeker klaar om terug te komen. En ik denk dat Alistair Overeem een hele goede jongen is om te laten zien dat hij terug is.
This fight is one step to getting back to where I was at. The opportunity to show that I'm still one of the best heavyweights in the world.
For Stefan Struve, 2013 was a year of loss outside the octagon, when his father waged a fight of his own.
2013 has really been the worst year of my life. When I fought Stipe Miocic a couple months before that fight, my dad got diagnosed with cancer in his throat, and he was being treated for that. It looked like he got better, getting back to his old self, and then they found that the cancer had come back, and they gave us the news that they couldn't do anything for him anymore. How do you react on a day like that? That's just, there are no words for that, you know? He passed away October last year. We overcome a lot, but the good moments are gonna come soon again, so yeah, being victorious again. My mom is really important for me too. I have dinner with her 4 or 5 days a week. She understands the sport more than a lot of people do, you know? People see two guys just punching each other in the face. She knows what it's about a little bit more. She knows how hard I train, so she knows what I can handle.
I always look after, not during the fight. I always say, call me when you win.
And it's easier to look at the fights when you know what's gonna happen for her, I think, so. Just enjoy spending time with my family. It's, it's what keeps you going in life, family.
For Alistair Overeem, his third training camp of the year coincides with a milestone for a special visitor, his daughter Storm.
I'm very excited. My daughter's in town. It's actually her 8th birthday. We're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff and spending a lot of quality time together. She's been to Miami before, but I've always just been so occupied in training and getting my thing together. First time we're going to be doing fun stuff. You need to keep the relationship with your daughter. I mean, it's your child. Every month, every 6 weeks, we do something. I have to see her. I get sad if I don't see her.
In this show today, you all are going to touch and hold an alligator.
Nog steeds niet.
Okay. I am protective, but Storm is a real daddy girl.
You want to hold them first? Come here.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared. I'm going to show you how to do it, okay?
It really keeps my opinion and my emotions into account in her decisions. At least for now. I hope it stays that way. I'm very fortunate with her mother, Soraya, my ex-girlfriend. We have an excellent relationship, even though we're not together anymore. But we just make it work.
For the imposing Dutchman, one elite gym will not suffice. Instead, he splits his camp between Miami and Albuquerque. It is here in the high desert where he seeks to finalize both his fight night technique and strategy with renowned coaches Mike Winkeljohn and Greg Jackson.
I like it over there, Greg. They're very knowledgeable. I like the team chemistry. I like the high altitude fact. So, you know, the focus is here just on training.
He came in because he wants to change up his game a little bit, and he's starting to do that.
I am getting at that age. I'm 34. I still have several good years in me. But I am getting a little bit towards the end of my career.
I think he's got to get back on top. There's no doubt. There's a lot of pressure on him, and I think Alistair's good with that pressure.
I can't wait till it's fight day. I am a striker. I do like to knock people out. I want to knock them out in the first 30 seconds. I'm a mean mother. He needs to come out in the fight.
While Overeem trains in New Mexico, half a world away, his rival and fellow countryman remains close to home, readying for what is being hyped as the biggest MMA fight in the country's history.
The best heavyweight from the Netherlands. Yes, sir. There's never been this fight this big for Holland, I think. The division is wide open, and I'm the youngest ranked heavyweight in the world. So what more opportunity do you want? You know, my art is only improving, my skill set is only improving. I'm getting bigger, stronger every single year. You know, that belt is gonna be mine.
Is goed, hè? Jo.
Waar is hij?
Ja, ja.
Ja, minder kom. Kijk, je draait goed nu.
I'm 6'11 and a half.
Goed, kijk. Is goed, hè?
I don't really look like a heavyweight. If people, didn't know I was a heavyweight, they always ask me what weight I fight at.
Goed.
If you look at the champions, they've always been tall guys. For example, now John Jones, Anderson Silva. The heavyweight champion has that tall, but that's going to change a little bit.
Uitslik als je draait. Dat is uitslik als je draait.
I think that's what excites the fans too, to see a completely different fighter step into the octagon.
For Stefan Struve, stepping into the octagon with fellow Dutchman Alistair Overeem on December 13th illuminates the path to conquering his demons and sets the course for a spectacular comeback in the making.
You only get one life, and every time you look into yours, you feel like everything you have is a waste. And the problem and the reason you can never fill a hole in your life is because you were never aware.
If you look at everything that happened the last 2 years, this is going to be the biggest fight in my career. This is going to be defining for my career. When I win this fight, I'm back. I'm back where I was supposed to be.
Hij is nog heel jong. Stefan heeft nog een heel grote, lange tijd om nog te kunnen groeien. Dus ik denk dat Stefan nog lang niet op zijn...
I've visualized the fight many times. Every single time it goes down with me knocking him out.
From 3 corners of the globe, as their training camps conclude, 6 of the world's finest believe they are ready to prove their mettle. And it is here where their ambitions will collide.
I've evolved. We've corrected a lot of mistakes. And I noticed that my focus is really getting sharp again.
Yeah!
I can't wait till it's fight day.
And go!
Alistair sure doesn't have the heart and the determination I have.
Gaan.
I'm still one of the best heavyweights in the world. And I know it's in there. I just have to show it. That's exactly what I'm gonna do December 13th. I'm looking to finish this fight in the first round.
I'm really not that impressed by him. I am a striker. I do like to knock people out. I want to knock him out in the first 30 seconds.
I am the #1 contender right now. I am a truck downhill with no brake. Nobody can stop me.
I'm the real deal. As far as #1 contenders, I want to make sure I can let everybody know that. This is the guy you got to beat to get the title because he's ready for a title shot. So that's what I'm after. I'm going to try to go in there and take what he's done, take that, make it mine.
I'm gonna shut his mouth. I'm gonna prove everyone who does not believe me that I can do it.
This fight against Miocic is gonna bring me another great opportunity.
I'm gonna come in December 13th to be an animal. I'm not gonna give any. I'm ready for war. If it's on my feet, if it's on the ground, conditioning, I'm gonna beat him every aspect of the game. He doesn't know what hit him. When I win this fight, I'm gonna fight for a title.
Miocic can't expect less than 100% of me in that fight. I'm gonna beat him and get my title shot again.
Inside the octagon, the truth will be revealed. The talking is done. The wait is over. At UFC Fight Night on December 13th, the time is now.